Hey there, Maria Mitchell here. Today we're going to learn how to do a coin flip and reverse it. Best way to start off this move is by hand hooping away from your body. So I'm hooping away from my body, not toward my body. And I want you to keep your elbow nice and tucked into your hip and your hand positioned in front of your elbow. So it's further down here, not up here or down there, okay? Because then it makes it awkward for us to bring the hoop into an isolation, a one-handed isolation. So hand hooping away from our body, and our hand is down here. So I want you to pay attention to when the hoop goes past the base of your pinky, which is the bottom of your hand. And once it's past the base, close your eyes, there. So once it's touched that sweet spot, I want you to grab your hoop with your hand. So pinch it, boink, like that. To do this, you'll have to bring your elbow out. So boing, 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 out. Yep. And then that way we are positioned our hand so that our thumb is facing the direction in which we are going to isolate, which is the direction toward our body. Yep. Okay, so our palm grip is facing down. We're leading with our thumb. We're in this spot here, so we're right down here, so between here and there. And now we're going to start with our one-handed isolation. So we're going to drag that up to 12 o'clock. So our thumb's leading, we're bringing the hoop along. And then once we get up to about here, to 12 o'clock, I'm going to open up my grip, have the hoop hanging between the web of my thumb and my forefinger. And I'm going to rotate my wrist and my hand outward so that the hoop comes out to the back plane of our body. So right now, the hoop's on our front plane. If I twist my wrist around to show you the palm of my hand outward, then you're going to see the palm of my hand. Here we are, woohoo! And our thumb is facing upwards, our fingers are facing upwards. And now once we've reached this area, I want you to make sure that you have got the bottom of your hoop has contact with the back of the small of your back here. So constant contact here from here on. So because it's in contact, this arm, I need to get out of the way. So I'm going to thread it through the hoop like that. And my wrist is going to continuously turn the hoop around. I'm leading with my thumb around. So I'm continuing that move. And now my hand is over on this side of the hoop. So once we're around about here, I'm hinging the hoop, from just the base of my pinky. So I've got wrist action and I can manipulate the hoop with my wrist up here if I need to. So my palms are facing up and thumbs that are facing the front. Now that we've gotten to this point, my other hand that I've threaded through the hoop is going to come along and tap the hoop with my forearm. So right here, I'm going to tap it to the back. So I'm going to bring my forearm back to my bottom, which is going to allow the hoop to rotate. So this is when we're reversing the coin flip. So reverse. And then once we're in this area, I like to make sure that my hands are nicely out of the way. So then I grab the hoop up above my head and then continue into whichever move that you want to continue into.
Once you have reversed the hoop by flipping it, make sure that your other arm is out of the way by placing it across the small of your back behind you.
I want to suggest to you that the hoop needs to be in constant connection with your body once it hits the small of your back, because it's virtually resting up here and on the small of your back. So you want to make sure that that contact is constant and it's not just hanging out the back here like this. So Constant connection there, and keep this hand nice and central up the top. Practice the first part of the move until you're comfortable with that. And then once you're comfortable with that move, I want you to practice the second half of the move, which is bringing the coin over to a flip. So we're flipping it to the front and reversing it. So practicing the flip, which is the second part of the move. My hoop is resting at the base of my pinky, at the top of my head right here. My palms are facing the back of my body. The hoop is nicely resting on the small of my back, and I'm using my forearm to manipulate the hoop back and forth. So I'm smearing the side of my hip here to manipulate the hoop into a flip. And then once you've finished that flip backwards, grab your hoop with a nice soft grip and continue it into side weave. I hope this tutorial helped you. If it did, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time.